Welcome everybody, this is Eli Gonzalez and I'm looking forward to actually working with you guys in the One Funnel Away Challenge. Hopefully you've joined already. However, I wanted to have a couple of little extra trainings that we're going to be very specific. This particular one is going to be very specific to MLM and network marketing funnels, like creating that lead magnet, but you're in network marketing or MLM, and how that actually works for your business. I had quite a few questions throughout the challenge that we're asking very specifically about network marketing. How do you do all this with this? So this is what this video is going to be about. And it's going to be about whether you're trying to sell your products or whether you're going to try to actually recruit somebody into your business. This particular video will answer both of those questions and how to use lead magnets in order to do that. Okay. So yeah, that's the first thing. So, let's go right into it. So this is basically what to do when you don't control the order card. So this actually works a lot in network marketing, and it also works in affiliate marketing. But the idea is that you don't control what people are going to put in their credit card and charge, their credit card. You need something like this in order to actually control some of what's going on with multi-level marketing and network marketing. There's a lot of things that you can't control, and one of them is going to be the order card. Also, how to follow up with people if you just send them over to your network marketing company. And most of the people are going to get there. There's a lot for them to see. It's a regular website with a lot of distractions. And if you don't have their information ahead of time, it's going to be really hard for you to actually create long-lasting relationships that actually let them know that you have other things to offer, even if they don't take you up on the very first offer that you have. Okay. So yeah, that's how come we're doing this, right? And there is going to be two types of funnels that you want to create. Just like anything else, it has to do with your dream customer, right? But some of your dream customers are going to want to buy your product. And even within your products, there's going to be different dream customers. But your products-based offers are going to be for one particular kind of person. And your business-based offer is going to be for a different kind of person, different kind of dream customer. If you've been following along with the training, you know that we talked a lot about that on week 1. So you can always go back to that training. You don't lose access to your first funnel training. You just go back to that group and you can actually listen to that again. But I'm going to be trying to be a little more specific for your kind of business throughout this, and hopefully you'll get it, right? So as you go along, right, you're going to have other offers that you might want to offer somebody, especially on your product side of things. When you're thinking about products, that is going to be huge, because you're going to have multiple products that a network marketing company offers. So we want to make sure that this product that you're going to be offering is going to be very specific to this funnel. And again, we want to make sure that we're remembering who we're selling it to. And then, of course, if you're creating a business funnel instead, then when we're talking business, we're talking about a different thing that you're trying to help them with, right? It's not going to be the products. And this is one of the things that people get confused, because I remember going into network marketing when I first started, and how the hotel meetings, they try to cover everything in one meeting. I brought somebody over to talk to them about the products, and they would talk to them about the company first. Always about the company first. I don't know why. Nobody cares about the company until you can see what you can actually help them with, right? But they always talk about the company first on those meetings, then the products, and then they keep people over that want to do the business side. And to me, I understand it's hard to get somebody to a hotel meeting, right? So might as well try to cover everything. But to me, it was wrong, because most people, that if they were there for the product, by the time they heard about the company, they were bored. And by the time they got to doing the business, it's like, wait a second, this is a business, or is this going to be about the product? And they were confused, and a confused person doesn't buy. So guess what? A lot of people that went to those hotel meetings never bought either side, right? The product or the business. So we're trying to teach you to do the marketing the right way. And the right way is going to be to separate your dream customer and what they get to see when you make your offer. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys. That's how come we're doing it that way. And Russell's been teaching you that way. We're going to move forward. And of course, on day 1, what was the first question that Russell asked you? You can see it there, right? Who was your customer? And we talked about that during week 1. It's really important for you guys to understand who they are and what they're looking for, so you can create your funnel, right? And of course, your ultimate result depends on who it is. If you're looking for somebody that wants, something, a product that's going to help them with something that ails them or whatever, well, the result they're looking for is to not have that pain anymore, right? But if you're bringing in a customer, I mean, somebody that wants to do business with you, then if that's the who, the result they're looking for is to make money, nothing to do with the products, right? So you want to bring something that belongs, the offer belongs to the right person that you're offering it to, right? So if that's the case, right, let's get right into it. So we already know that there's two types of funnels, and it's because we have two different kinds of clientele. Some people that want the product, some people that want the business. So these are the three questions that you need to ask yourself, but you're going to do it according to one or the other. It's very hard to do this whole creating funnels things if you're thinking about two customers at the same time. If you're thinking about the products, think about that kind of clientele, what they're caring about. If you're thinking about the business, think about that, and that's it. Don't try to mix them up or anything like that throughout your funnel. It's just going to confuse the customer, and it's going to confuse you on how to create offers, okay? So when you're thinking about this, I don't care which one it is, choose one, and let's go forward and let's build this funnel that has to do with either products or business, okay? So who is your dream customer? So think about the kinds of products that you have, and think about the people that would want to buy from you, not just one time, but over and over again. Maybe you have those kinds of people in your business. Always go back to that. Now, if you don't know, because you're so brand new to the business, talk to your upline. Try to figure out, okay, out of the people that they have, who was it that came in and bought a lot of product that sticks with them for the last, I don't know how long they've been doing the business, either the last 6 months or the last 10, 15, 20 years, right? Who's that customer that's going to hang out and stay around with them and buy product after product after product, or the same product over and over again? But try to find out who that dream customer is, what kind of background they have, how come they're buying that product, and go after. Now, again, if you go and ask your upline, they might have multiples because they might be doing business for a while. So try to figure out one particular customer out of the ones that they have that you might want to go after first. Not last, but you're going to be doing multiple of these funnels, but you can go after this particular one customer first. And of course, the business side, same thing. Who's your dream customer? Well, it's not a customer per se, it's going to be a business partner, right? But you're still having an exchange, right, of values. You're asking for their email, you're selling them the information about business, because this is a business transaction, right? The people are coming in for the business side of things. So who is that person? Who's the person that you want to do business with? Who's the person that's going to become your partner? And think about it. Be serious about it, because you can actually attract the wrong kind of person. And you don't want just anybody in your network marketing business as a business partner, because, if you get the negative Nelly into your group, oh my goodness, your team is going to suffer, because they're going to be bringing up all kinds of stuff. So you don't want that. Know what you want, right? Know what kind of clientele, what kind of business partner that you want for this, if you're doing this funnel for your business, okay? And then once you know who your dream customer is, you know what the company offers, right? If it's with the products and you're thinking about a particular product, you know what they're going to get with that product. And just to come up with a product, let's say that you have a weight loss product, okay? When you're thinking about it, okay, well, they're going to get weight loss. What else can I actually help them with to get that weight loss along with what the company's given them? What else are they going to need or want? Because one thing is to give them, this powder that's going to help them lose weight or whatever. Another is to actually know that that's not the only thing that they probably need to do, right? They might need to eat better, healthier foods. And you know this because you've gone through it. And this is the point where I want to make you guys think about your dream customer as being yourself, if you are into your business, because you got results from your actual product. So if you're thinking about that, okay, so I came in because this powder was amazing. I was able to lose weight, and I felt amazing. But what else did I need? Well, you know what? I didn't learn this until I went to one of the meetings where somebody else was telling their story, and all of a sudden they talked about how they were drinking, a gallon of water every single day, and they were making sure that they had an mid-afternoon meal with one of the other products that the company has, right? And that's what got them results. So until I found out about that, I started doing it myself, right? And started getting results. It was amazing, right? So what else do they need? They might need a little more information, and you can share that information. That's what this info products thing is all about. If you can share something that you went through, offer that. Like the 5 things that I did to lose X amount of weight, right? And how you can too, or something like that. Think about it in those terms, and then maybe you can come up with something, because you have a way to create your own info product, because that's what Russell did, right? He actually taught you guys how to do that. But I'm wanting for you guys to think from your side, what else can I'm going to be able to give them that the company's not doing? Okay. The other one is, what kind of result can I help them get? So again, very similar, right? What are they looking for? What can I give them that the company hasn't given them already? And a lot of times it's just your experience of actually using the products can work. On the business side of things now, same idea. Your dream customers as somebody to looking to do business. Well, what are they wanting? What else do they want besides an ability or a vehicle to be able to create money that the company's going to give them? Well, they're going to need a lot of different things. Maybe lead generation, maybe learning how to do sales, maybe how to attract people to them, maybe how to create their own leads online. There's a lot of things that you can actually offer them on the business side of things. And you got to start thinking about that. So what do you have? What kind of results can you get them from the things that you've learned in the past? That has to do with business now, right? Because this funnel is going to be about business for some of you. So if you're doing business, think about what can you bring to the table that's going to help them do that. All right. So this all goes back to the dream customer that we were talking about before. So hopefully you got this. Write this down somewhere, like go to it. Just like you see it on the screen. So if it's capitalized, make sure that it's capitalized on when you're typing it out. If it's lowercase, make sure it's lowercase. Okay. We're going to go to the dream customer worksheet, and remember this, right? So I want to make sure that you guys are filling this out for real. Like even if you're a network marketer, like if you don't know the results that the customer is looking for, talk to somebody, find out what results. If it's on the business side, again, on the business side, if it's on the product side, what kind of results are they looking for? Most of the time, like if you're selling a powder that's going to make you lose weight, you know that they're trying to lose weight, right? But then what are the values that they have? Maybe they want to make sure, that they're doing it in a healthy way. What challenges are they having? What pain points? Well, I've always wanted to lose weight. I've tried different things. Nothing's worked. And it lets me leaving myself hungry. So, the pain point might be, hey, I want to lose weight, but I don't want to be hungry, right? So that's their pain point. You got to know that in order to offer the right solution. So you may have a powder that lets them lose weight and make sure that they're not hungry. See what I mean? So if you know the pain points, you can offer the right offer and let them know. The objections, well, maybe just that, it's like, hey, I don't want to feel hungry. Or maybe your customer, the objection is like, hey, I want to drink something, but I don't want to drink something that tastes horrible. I want to make sure something that tastes good, right? So make sure that you understand their objections, because between the objections and the challenges and the results they're looking for, you can create an offer. You can actually be very specific to their client, your clientele. And of course, you can go back. Week 1, we talked about this. Each one of the consultants did. So you can go back and get detailed. I just want to make sure that you guys did the work. Like, don't skip on that, okay? All right. So 2 types of customers, product and business, right? So let's go back over here. So in creating offers, the 2 things that you care about the most is where are they now? What's the pain point they're having right now? And where they want to be in the future, right? What they like to have. What's the result they're looking for? This is how come we have to separate the funnel, right? One of them is going to be caring about the product and what that's going to do for them, right? The outcome is going to come from the product. The other one, the one that's wanting to do business, they're going to want to be coming in from the business side. What can you offer them to get them that result? Okay. What does that mean in your world? It depends on what you have to offer, right? So I want to make sure that you guys are thinking of what you can offer, right? Or if you can't, go partner up with somebody that can, okay? All right, so I help X, the ideal customer is X. I help, I don't know, fill in the blank. Who do you help? Do and get Y. The Y is the result that they're looking for, okay? And I'm going to give you some examples, and it could be for either one. Remember, it doesn't matter which one is the ideal customer. They're looking for something. So I help moms get quick, healthy meals. If you can help people do that, that's it, right? And maybe you can get healthy meals because your company is offering to drop ship healthy meals, right? But then having your own take on it, right? Like, what else can I offer that the company's not offering? Well, maybe having some recipes that go with that together, right? That's one of the ways that you can actually set yourself apart, that giving them something other than what the company is giving them, okay? And I'm going to show you how you're going to use that framework of how, in this case, maybe how to make a quick, healthy meal, and you have a recipe and you're going to show them how to make the recipe, right? But then how can you sell the product that you have with your network marketing company with that information, okay? Same thing, let's skip down to a business one. I help network marketers build funnels. Same idea, right? I build funnels, that's a business thing, right? Network marketing that's looking to build funnels, that I can see working with somebody like that myself, right? Maybe your thing is not, I help network marketers create quick rapport with people, right? That's your thing. Or I help network marketers be able to close deals. That's another business thing that you might be good at, that you can train on, right? Think of what you can offer them and something that they really, really want. That's the idea of this, right? And then on top of that, the last part is without Z, without the roadblocks. So if you go back to the dream customer, you have the results that they're looking for, the challenges, the pain points they're having, the objections, the false beliefs. Those are the roadblocks, right? So I help guys get in shape without lifting weights. I don't know. You'll see what I mean? Whatever the roadblock that they have, that your dream customer, that they're having. A lot of times, understanding that will let you come up with other ideas of things that your company does not offer. But you can do it because you've done it. For most of you, I'm telling you, it's going to be much easier if you decide to do something that like to share what you do to get results, and include, whatever it is that you have as far as whatever you use in the company will be in that explanation. So if you're actually training somebody with that framework, the framework that you're using, one of the steps that you have will be for them to buy the product. If you do it that way, right? But you also tell them about the Y's without Z. Maybe the Y without Z is something that you found out a way to do it that the company doesn't know how to do, right? Think about that. I mean, it just like maybe you were taking the vitamins and you were taking the weight loss program, but you still wasn't feeling so good because you just didn't feel good throughout the day while you were doing the weight loss. But then you added drinking a gallon of water, and you drank 2 glasses of water every morning. You drank another 2 glasses of water after lunch, and then you did some when you first got home. And that's the way you got like maybe a gallon of water into yourself every single day. Sharing what you did, like that's one of the things you did, but that's without Z, right? Without feeling groggy or having a bad. It's because I was drinking my water, right? And I felt hydrated. My body felt good. It was getting rid of the toxins, and at the same time helped me lose weight. Well, the company might not be selling that information, right? Might not be giving them to do that along with taking the powder. You see how now you're bringing your knowledge into the table, and you're being very specific to that customer that you're trying to help. They're also going to buy your product because inside the training, you're going to say, hey, I have, one of the things that I did on top of drinking my water was use this particular product. This powder is amazing. It has all these things in it, and you just go into the benefits of that. Then you give them a button for them to go buy, right? And I might say this a couple of times throughout the training, but I want you to see that you're bringing something to the table that they can't get from the company. That's how you get there. If it's business, then you go do it on the business side. All right, so let's go to the next slide.